Hello! So today I'm going to be showing you how to make the stockinette stitch. This video is intended for those who are brand new to knitting, so maybe you have the knit stitch down, maybe you have the purl stitch down, maybe you've never picked up a pair of knitting needles before in your life. It's totally fine. All you're going to need is yarn and a pair of regular knitting needles. Thicker yarn is going to be easier to knit if you're a beginner, and you're going to want to make sure that the size of your yarn match the size of your needles. So if you look at the band around your yarn, it should tell you its size, this one's size 6, and the recommended size of the needle. So this yarn recommends size 13 needles. So first you're going to want to tie a slip knot and slip that over your needle, and that's your first stitch. And next you're going to want to cast on your remaining amount of stitches. And casting on is just a fancy term for putting new stitches on your knitting needle. So to cast on, you make a gun, you hold your pointer finger behind the yarn, you bring it towards you, and then you flip your hand around, and with this loop, you're just going to slide it over your needle, and then pull to make the yarn taut. And you continue this until you have casted on however many stitches you'd like. So once you've cast it on, as you see I've done here, you're going to transfer your needle to your left hand. So the first row in the stockinette stitch is comprised of all knit stitches. To create a knit stitch, you're going to pick up your empty needle with your right hand. So for the knit stitch, you're going to insert your needle into the left side of this loop. So I'm going to stretch it out a little bit so you can really see. You simply slide the needle into the loop till it pokes through the back. You're going to take your yarn, you're going to wrap it around the needle, and pull it tight. And then you're going to scoop the needle from the left hand side towards you, and you're going to pull. You've created a new loop with the yarn, so you're going to pull the old loop off, and you just want to give the yarn a little tug. You're going to repeat that with all the stitches. So you poke the needle through the loop from the left hand side to the right, wrap your yarn around your needle, scoop it, and pull it off. All right, and so your first row is done. And these are all of your knit stitches. So then you're going to transfer your needle back to your left hand. And for this row, we're going to do purl stitches. So for a purl stitch, you're going to hold the needle in your right hand. You're going to insert the needle into the loop from the right, and it's going to be pointed towards the front, towards you. You're going to take your yarn, you're going to wrap it around the needle the same way you did for the knit stitch, pull it taut, and then you push it down, scoop it, and it's going to go towards the back. And notice how the yarn stays in the front this time. So you just pull off the old stitch, keeping the yarn towards the front. You simply repeat that until the end of the row. So once you have that done, you transfer it back to your left hand, and you repeat those two steps. So this is going to be a knit stitch, and when you're done and you flip it, it's going to be a purl stitch. And you're going to repeat for as many rows as you like until you get something that looks like this. If you get lost, you can tell the knit stitches and purl stitches apart by the way they look. So this side is the knit stitch, and they look like little hearts stacked on top of each other, or little arrows, or maybe a little chevron print. And on the back are all the purl stitches, which look like little loops. Thanks for watching. I hope you found this helpful.